and made it look like his own scorecard. Made it look like
he focused more on what he has achieved so far.
Yes, rather than focus on what Nigeria has achieved. I think the historical background and, of course, he tried to praise one or two of our former leaders. I think that wasn't enough. We were expecting a more to take us through a journey. That's what I was expecting. Take us through a journey from 1960 to now, not to make it about 2 years of your own government. But he has said his own. He has made his speech, and that is it. However, I think what I also try to listen to the platform, watch the platform on one of the popular TV channels yesterday, and then some analysis and argument, and myself and a friend who has traveled far and wide. We had like 2 hours conversation on the phone yesterday, and it was about Nigeria. It was about how to make Nigeria better, what we feel will make Nigeria better. Now, to answer your question, I just think even the process, the way we do it, I don't know how we do it in Nigeria, and at the end of the day, at every level. I'm not talking about the president alone. I'm talking about the governors. I'm talking about the House of Assembly members, the senators, the House of Representatives members. The way we do it, and all our political parties end up fielding the weakest of us all. The way we do it, and we find ourselves having candidates that some of us believe should not be representing us. Some of us believe that these candidates can never be the best among us, and I think
isn't that deliberate from the political class?
And I'm saying, and I'm worried because the way we make our leaders. For example, if you say a particular political party, if you want to run for the position, go for the position of the chairman of a local government, and say the person should come with the person will purchase a form of about 3 million naira. Who can get a form of 3 million naira without the governor having a say around who will purchase the form, how to do the campaign, and so on and so forth. And you discover that that will make us not have the best of us representing us at the end of the day. And that was why the last time you saw some accidental honorable members who rode on the wing or on the back of Peter Obi as a candidate of Labour Party, who are accidental, honorable members, accidental, and you will even discover that some of them are not even best of us, because some of them are even moving from their Labour Party to APC to PDP, because at the end of the day you discover that even among us, because the leaders don't fall from heaven. Leaders are not spirits. They are selected among us. So it means that even we, the followers, also, we are our leaders are just a kind of reflection of the kind of followers that we have. So the way we select our leaders, I think we should be looked into. Apart from the fact that we should have a generational shift, I particularly believe that if we can focus on how we can select leaders, so that we will not be having leaders that are not the best of us, leaders that we know. There are people we know that when
in other words, the worst of us shouldn't represent us any longer going forward. Now let's take a look, just before we go, because of time, let's take a look at what Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, former vice president of this country, is saying. He's made it really clear. Of course, he's within the ranks of the ADC, and he said if a younger person wins that ticket, he's going to let it go and allow that person to run. Would you want to hold him accountable to that statement? Do you see a younger person winning the presidential ticket of the ADC going into the 2027 elections?
When I saw that statement, or when I read that statement, and I asked myself, how can a younger person win? Because that was the first thing that came to my mind. Then when you say younger, what do you mean by younger? Are you talking about people within because he's old, he's over 70 years old. Now, when you're saying younger, are you saying someone that is 60?
Or 66?
So when you say someone younger, sometimes it's too ambiguous for some of us to actually decode what he was trying to say. However, I asked myself, an addendum to that question, that okay, how can a younger person even win? Let's say the younger person can be 45, 50. There's no younger person that is 45, 50 that can spend the kind of money they spend in their primaries. Last primaries of PDP, we saw how much Yeson Wike distributed. We saw how much Atiku Abubakar distributed. In fact, we saw videos on internet, people who use their money to go and get cars, get some properties, and so on and so forth. And I ask myself, which younger person will be able to give out $10,000, $20,000
to thousands of people?
To thousands of people as delegates to vote for them. And I ask myself, I said, this man is still deceiving us. At this point in time, you say a younger person, which younger person can afford to fight? There is no younger person that can afford to look at Atiku face to face in ADC. Which younger person? In PDP, the younger person that tried to look at his face to face is a colleague of him that is younger, a colleague of his that is younger in the person of the current.
What is it going to amount to for someone like Atiku Abubakar, who has always been in the presidential race as far back as 1993? Do you think this might just be his last chance and he wants to get it by all means necessary, so people won't, begin to relate to him in a negative way, being that he has not been able to, or catch, or perhaps have his hands on what he has always wanted for over 3 decades?
You see, first off, it's within his fundamental human right
to run.
He's a Nigerian to run. He can decide to run to whatever it is. The former president, late President Muhammadu Buhari, ran several times and won just a year after after leaving office. Then he left this world. So it's within his right to keep running and running and running. If he wants to run it by relay, you can do whatever run that he wants to run. But what I just want to say is that it is not giving up when you leave the stage. Because some people might time it as giving up. It might time it as giving up if I leave the stage without a fight. You have fought. You have shown to us that, in quote, you love Nigeria. It's between you and God. Maybe you love Nigeria or not. But he has shown to us that he loves Nigeria. At least he has been running, spending his money, In fact, if you look at Atiku Abubakar, my brother, he still lives as if he's the president of Nigeria. If you see his convoy is more or less like the convoy of the president of Nigeria. He still uses retinue of security. The only thing he wants is just power. He has the money. So I think the only thing he just needs to do is just, if he tried this time and it doesn't work, then he should step down and try and support someone. If he actually believes in this country, because it is more than you running and running, but running or running, it's none of anybody's business. All we want is a Nigeria that will see. If Nigeria works today, nobody cares any political party. If Nigeria works today,
interestingly, you have to ask the question, why is this so difficult? What Nigerians are asking for is so little, perhaps as little as having steady power supply and having a government that respects fundamental human rights, and the rest is history. But why is this so difficult, to achieve? It looks like it's a mountainous task. It's an Herculean task, and that makes it, too difficult to comprehend. Nigerians just have to put up with this every election cycle.
Because people that have hijacked the power for their own benefits. Everywhere in the world, we have some set of people, some set of elites that are very influential when it comes to power and power distribution. But in Nigeria, people that have hijacked power in authority, people that have hijacked the position of leadership, they have hijacked it only for their own pocket and nothing else. And that is why they don't want some things to work, because if it works, they will stop having money. For example, if there is power, there are some set of people who will become and live like ordinary citizens. If we have flow of water, there are people who will become extremely average, like average Nigerians. So what I'm saying is that even our political system, look at our political parties, every one of them.
So in other words, if things work out in Nigeria, it's going to be a leveler, and a lot of people do not like that.
They don't want it. People that have hijacked this power don't want it.
That's psychological. Anyways, we're out of time, Dr. Ajiwale Fisai. I'm sure that if I leave you, you have a lot to pour out, and interestingly, you are always spot on with your analysis. Just like you said, if Nigeria becomes that, Uhuru of sorts, a lot of people might become like, what is this? I mean, I want to show off, but I can't. The society no longer recognizes me. I wonder how vain, we can be in this part of the world. It's all good. We hope to bring Dr. Ajiwale Fisayo back, of course, next week on general issues. You have more time to expand the frontiers of Nigeria at 65, which is, of course, still a topic in progress. Thank you very much, Dr. Ajiwale.
Thank you very much, my brother,
for sharing your thoughts with us. Do have an interesting day ahead.
Thank you, and you too.
Very well then, 070-47815 or 070-47816. Feel free to join us live on Facebook, Adamimogo 105.1 FM. Don't just watch or share. Make sure you comment and drop your contributions as well. It's still very much, in the conversation. Nigeria at 65 the morning after. Still, the discussion is in progress. How do we make our country better? How do we move on from here? How do Nigerians begin to feel the impact of government right there in their, respective homes, in their, in their pockets, domestic economies, and all of that? Let's pick this one. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, do call us back 070-47815 or 070-47816. Just tell us your name, where you're calling from, and make your contribution. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Jacob, and I'm calling you from Odife Road in Ibadan.
All right, Mr. Jacob from Odife Road. Make your contribution.
What I want to say is that Atiku, the president of this country, is not going to make any difference. What difference will they make? He has all the other cases around him, the Halliburton and all the other cases. You'll be surprised that once he enters now, the case will resurface and he'll be fighting. That case, 8 years is gone, achieving nothing. If I were him, I would rather retire and then sponsor a younger person to become the president of Nigeria.
Thank you very much for your contribution there. Thank you for your contribution. We do appreciate you. Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? All right, please go ahead.
See, the major problem we have in this country is leadership failure. And we also have a problem of followership as well. So the both is intertwined. But the best way for us is that we, the masses, we need to change our mindset. Because during the electioneering, some politicians, they will come and we got with a stipend. It's like they want to buy our future. But those people, they are selling their vote. It's tantamount they are selling for their future on election day. But the present government of today, I think Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the APC, they are not sincere with Nigerian. With yesterday's speech, if you can read it from beginning to the end, Mr. President said he inherited collapse economy. But we know the rate of dollar to naira in 2023, and his predecessor is from APC to APC. So who is deceiving who? So Mr. President need to do the need. But the major point is that he's not ready for the betterment of this country, because it channel more energy because of 2027 election, which is not supposed to be. That's my own submission.
Thank you for your contribution there, my brother. 070-47815 or 070-47816. Don't forget, the president said we have turned the corner and the worst is over. So let's hold him to his word and see how things will progress from there. Don't forget, you can join us live on Facebook, Adamimogo 105.1 FM. Drop your comments, your contributions there. For those who have turned in to work, thank you very much for your time. Let's take one or two sport headlines here as we call it, or draw the curtain on this edition of the Daily Dose. What do we have here? NSSF, NBA Africa Train Games Masters. This one, Adeliko Yinola Badmos, others rally behind sports promotion. And of course, talking Champions League, Liverpool's Ancelotti accuses Osimhen of anti-football tricks in Galatasaray's win. What is he talking about? Drogba leads world stars to Lagos as E1 set for African debut. Flying Eagles target 3 points against Saudi Arabia, in the ongoing Under-20 World Cup. You find a lot of interesting sports stories right there inside the Guardian newspaper. For those who called in, thank you very much for being a part of it. Let's do this again tomorrow, same time, same station. I remain the General. Bye for now.
Welcome to Adamimogo 105.1 FM. Voice of the Light. Our voice is your light, shining light to the city of Ibadan. Adamimogo FM 105.1, the voice of the light. Adamimogo 105.1 FM. Voice of the Light.
ọ̀rẹ́ wa tàlejò ń jà tójú rẹ̀ fi kọ́rẹ́ lọ báyìí.
ìyàwó mi mò ń lọ bájà àtọkọ mi tó fẹ́ torí àìmójútó àwọn ọmọ mi tó kó lọ fẹ́ ọkọ mi ló jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ mi máa mùmúkùmù fàfàkùfà wọ́n sì sọ fún mi tẹ́lẹ̀ kólógo làwọn ọmọ yìí ó wá fẹ́ báyé wọn jẹ́ fún mi.
ọ̀rẹ́ wa nígbà tí wọ́n ń pé àìmójútó ọmọ ló fa ìmúkùmù ìfàkùfà ti àwọn ọmọ tiẹ̀ àwọn ọmọ èèyàn kàrìnkàrìn láàrin ìlú ńkọ́ tí ìyá àti bàbá wọn mójútó náwó lé wọn lórí síbẹ̀ tí wọ́n tún lọ ń gbé àwọn dúkìá òbí wọn tà fún ìmúkùmù jẹjẹkújẹ fàfàkùfà tó ti wá dìbànújẹ́ sáyé òbí tàbí sọ̀pọ̀ òbí mi ìdèrò ẹ̀yìn gbogbo ẹ̀ ìgbésẹ̀